So sad.
Yeah.
It's even bad like when you guys do everything together and like your friends become her friends,
Yeah.
and like she wouldn't have ever known them if you guys weren't dating. It's just like those are my friends. Can you find your own friends? And then you don't even want to hang out with your friends anymore.
I remember that.
Tragic.
And then when you break up with said girl, but you're still cool with her friends,
Oh,
you
that's a
can't ever
problem.
hang around them.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Or date
Yeah.
them.
Or I hope you're not
No.
dating her friend.
No, we're only lovers.
I like that.
Not date, but
Oh.
you do it.
No, you cannot.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
the first. Y'all both going to hang from the ceiling fan.
Oh, we can do that.
Lose your shoe. I think the ceiling fan can support my weight.
All right. Number 2 is check that you are not involved in a relationship of codependence. They said they're not much fun. They're intense professionalism and taking oneself and one relationship too serious. There's a sense of controlling one another in the dire mutual need for each other that comes about from serious and previous problems. How do y'all feel about that?
Is it the problem that my ex-girlfriend is like has the first 2 categories you've explained?
Well, that's why she's an ex.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
I thought X marked the spot.
It did, right?
It does. The spot that you stay at.
Yeah, exactly.
You dig for the treasure there, but you leave it. You're not gonna stay at it.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's when you get the map to somebody else.
Have you ever been in a codependent relationship? Well, of
Oh.
course, Big
God,
Boy
no.
has.
Yeah. It's kind of again draining because although you want to show support and be that support for the boy for your significant other, you realize that you're no longer the support, you're the crutch and the enabler, and it wears and tears. Like you don't love them anymore. You have to maintain them. You don't ever want to be maintained.
True.
Oh God, no. I don't play that. I made it
Somebody-
craziest, but there's a limit to the things that I will tolerate.
You don't make friends.
You try crazy.
So Lola, have you ever seen that type of situation?
Mhm.
Been in that type of situation?
Not been in it.
But you've seen it.
But
I've seen it. I've seen it one too many times. All right, the next one. I think this is very interesting. They said talk it over. They said bake some cookies and make a cup of tea or coffee. Sit down together somewhere peaceful and tell your partner you need to have a positive heart-to-heart chat. Use a calm voice and be very friendly. Start the discussion with your partner by telling them how much you love them and how grateful you are for this person being in your life. I can see this going down the drain. Then proceed to discuss in a kind but frank fashion that you believe that the healthiness of your relationship is dependent on both of you being able to grow as independent people as well as together in a couple. And she turns red. Basically, you are suggesting that the happiness of both of you require getting a little air into each other's lives in ways that can only enhance your loving relationship.
If she's codependent, all she's gonna hear is you want to leave me.
Basically.
No.
Frank says codependent women are only beneficial for insecure men.
Crap, I have been in one of those relationships.
So yeah.
And it wasn't even on my own.
But they give you ways to help you. It says avoid blaming, never say you this, you that, and always use the voice. Always voice it with the I statement and talk about goals of healthiness and not about things that are going wrong between the two of you. So this has to be a guy
Yeah.
who's writing this because no
Wow.
girl
Really?
is going to sit there and be like, let's have this heart-to-heart talk.
A positive.
A positive heart. So
I'd be like, what?
I feel that you are always in my space. I would fail at this. I would make a man.
No, actually, like, one, I think it is written from a guy's point of view, but yet women do say things like that, especially those that have been in counseling before, because they know that they're prone to crazy.
How do you know that, Dan?
Well, besides my extensive experience in psychology
And exes.
and crazy exes,
There you go. You got some crazy.
yeah, like from a realistic standpoint, it's a lot easier for me to hear that I feel like it's a lot easier for me to hear, okay, you feel this way. Not necessarily that it's the truth, that's how you feel, and I have no control over your feelings. Than for you to say, oh, you always be trying to leave me. I'm sorry. What if I'm
feel that I have done this to a guy, and I did not do any of this, and that they say didn't do. I basically said, you're getting on my nerves. I can't breathe. Leave me alone. In a relationship that I have been told that I'm cold hearted, so I guess I would fall in this category anyway. Do you want to talk about
I'm sorry. Well, to add to that, I see that going two opposite ways. Like one, it could be real bad, Joe Jackson bad. Like you know, it comes up.
That's a Beanie reference. Or you're gonna support it.
Exactly.
I mean, no.
Because sometimes people just don't want to hear that. Even if it's like, I can see it start off, oh hey baby, blah blah blah, but then it turns into just some crazy waiting the Excel car explosion type stuff. But number two, I can see where
your relationship sounds really passionate.
Yeah.
one person could be like, just telling the other significant other just everything, unloading really, getting into what the problem is or how they're feeling, and then the other person's like, oh, okay. So it's like, oh, you don't feel a certain way about this or anything? And so it's like, oh, you don't care. You're like, oh, I really do care, but I just don't have anything to say. So.
It's just going to go badly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work. No. Alright. Number 4, they said, explain to your partner that other people should be a part of your lives. Relationship counselor Ann Hollins notes that it is a fatal mistake to assume that being a couple will fulfill each other's needs completely. Say that you want to and encourage your partner to spend more time with those friends who are missing both of you, and so that both of you are refreshed by the new stimulus. In many cases, it's likely that your friends and your partner's friends don't mix. That's okay. It is about getting out and enjoying your friendship and trusting one another. It's easier when it's about same-sex friends. Just don't address the dormant issue of opposite-sex friends until both of you have explored same-sex friendship space. So I can't go hang out with my guy friends. That's what you're trying to tell me. But I can hang out with all my girlfriends.
After you
Or you can
have
just
come out
add
the girls.
people to the situation.
That's what I heard.
And
That's what I heard. I was
then-
like, what?
Oh,
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's what I heard.
No, I think what they're saying is if you're already having boundary issues, adding another person that could take you away from your significant other is not a good idea. Like, if I'm already insecure, what I don't need is for you to go hang out with somebody that can steal you from me.
that's not my fault. You have to share. Get over it.
It doesn't matter. But if you're with an insecure person, you need
Yeah, I
to
think
know that you got to take it slow.
I wouldn't be an insecure person, so they'll probably get on my nerves.
You would probably eat an insecure person.
Oh. I'm with Susan. I think sharing is caring. So.
I was not advocating that by any stretch of the imagination.
Sharing is caring.
Just that.
Reese's also said sharing is
Not the
stupid.
intent.
Yeah.
It does.
But also, that could create conflict too, because then it's just be like, cause I know one of my frat brothers, when he first got a girlfriend or whatever, it was hard for him to balance time with his frat brothers and time with his girlfriend, cause we were all like, man, you'll never come around no more, you always with your girl, and then she was like, oh, you always with your frat brothers, and he's just stuck in the middle, like, I don't know what to do. I can't please both groups.
Girl.
Yeah, definitely.
When in doubt, go find your
Yeah,
girlfriend.
I was like, yeah. You
Okay.
Gotcha.
So since Demo is always getting on me, let me get on him. Let me tell you what happened when I got in a relationship. When
Well, here's
any
something
of the girlfriends get in a relationship, Demo is a little mad with us because we're not spending time with him.
Ooh, on Front Street, did we? Did we
Like,
have
Let's
that?
do this. Let's do this.
Oh.
I promise you, it will not end well for you.
Ding ding, round one.
But I do have a number of friends that when we get in relationships, we sometimes don't spend as much time as we did with our old friends. And it takes, that first month, you gotta get used to everything, gotta make sure everything's good. And now it's just like, oh yeah, you go your way, I'm gonna go my way. Get on my nerves.
It's especially hard though, like it was talking about when it's cross-gender friends. Like, 'cause I have a lot of guy friends. I just click with guys better than I do catty females.
Me too.
Oh,
And so therefore, like, and it's always hard when they get in a relationship because that girl's gonna get jealous, and but I've lost friends over that before. But then I figure, the friendship isn't that real if you're willing to completely cut off communication for a female.
I think also on the friend side, it's just a big pill to swallow. We always knew you as Single James, and so now that Single James has a girlfriend, it's like what? How's that supposed to happen? But am I supposed to be single my whole life?
You can't make
How
it
dare you.
perfect, Jim.
It can.
I mean, you can't. It's hilarious.
But I think it does when, like you said, I wouldn't say insecure. Well, you can. If you have trust issues in your relationship, or if you've got a girl that's been through the wire, or a guy that's been through the wire, and all of a sudden you have opposite sex friends, you might want to make sure that they meet. I hate when all of a sudden opposite sex friend comes up that I don't know. Where was this person at?
Like out of the blue.
Like out of the blue.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's the first time that one of my eyebrows gonna raise. I'm like, okay. But as long as I meet that person, like everybody, sooner or later they have met my significant other, and sooner or later I have met all his significant others. He hangs out with nothing but girls. I hang out with basically nothing but boys. I have a few friends that are girls that I hang out with, and it's close knit. So it definitely takes that trust in that relationship, but be able to go space. We just went on so many dates while I was at work. But
But then also, a lot of people, they bring a lot of baggage with them, say new relationship, new friends, new beginnings, starting over. A lot of people, they don't start over. They take it like, oh, I did hurt before. Or,
Yeah, you don't date them.
my last boyfriend, he, was this. That's why I have trust issues.
Don't date
Oh,
them.
yeah, I don't.
No, seriously, like, if you see the
Yeah.
man,
Run.
Oh,
to
yeah.
go to the airport.
Exactly.
Okay, hold up.
uh-oh.
Everyone has baggage.
True.
You have baggage. Everyone has baggage.
And if you see my baggage, you tell me to go to the airport.
You gotta find love somewhere.
There's a great
People with
house.
baggage need. I heard a quote, and I like it this way, and it's that we all have baggage. You just gotta find someone who loves you enough to help you unpack it. You know what I'm saying?
I like that.
I see that. Have friends.
The person you're in the relationship with is supposed to be your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
You're
I'm
talking,
sorry,
you're
I
talking
can't-
to Demo. This
I
my
really
conversation
don't
will
want to.
never.
But no, I do understand what you're saying, and trust me, I've dated enough girls with baggage and tried to help them unpack it. But the thing is, they have to want to.
Yes.
Now, you can't have a lock on your suitcase and then ask me to help you unpack. I don't have time for it.
You gotta
And that's why I say you tell them to go to the airport.
And there is also a difference between having baggage and having excess baggage.
Yeah, I'm saying,
True.
if you need a
That's
U-Haul
an extra
to walk to my house down the street, then you have to go.
Mr. Franco Elfdot said he's going to bring all his female friends to have a meet and greet.
All
Because all his female friends think I'm going to cut them, so they're probably not going to come
They
around.
probably will get cut.
little bit.
I don't know what y'all talking about. All right, number 5. It says, ask that you be soulmates and not cellmates. Both of you need to work on inner fears that might arise concerning rejection, insecurity, fears of loss, resentment, and mistrust. Reassuring your partner that you are committed to them and that you are simply asking for them to be committed to the evolution of your relationship into a stronger and more sound place that you are now. I like that. I don't want you to be my cellmate. I don't want you just living with me. Like, Big Bad Boy said earlier, I don't need no roommate. I had plenty of those in college. I want, a significant other, a husband. I want a soulmate. I want to make peace. It says, take time to pursue your own interests. Make a deal with your partner that it is time for both of you to reclaim personal space and pursue your own interests and hobbies some of the time. A good target would be gradually increasing time spent apart to be about a quarter of your leisure time on a regular basis. but the breakdowns are really up to you as an individual. I think that's good because, you know, there's some things that your significant other do that you just like, I'm like, oh, like that, you know, I need you to go somewhere and do that. So, you know, I like to bake, but I don't want you in the kitchen. So I just need you to disappear, and when I'm done, I'll tell you come eat it. So, but I have in my kitchen.
What I need is for you not to drop the mic literally when you want to drop the mic figuratively.
I am done with y'all in this studio. I cannot say anything.
I was like, drop the mic.
Can you look at it?
All right. The next one is I'm done with y'all for real. Break out of the mode as a couple. This means doing independent things while sharing an activity as a couple. It might be scary at first, but then this can be an incredibly liberating and also can prove to each other that independence neither of you has anything to fear, only room for love to grow. Like, acting independently is like at a dinner party, sitting away from each other. When you're at, you know, networking at a party, don't hang on to each other, just walk separately or, I don't know, if we're at a dinner table and you're not beside me, kind of a little, you know.
Yeah, you need to be connected somewhat, but I feel like, you know, maybe you don't know that person, go talk to somebody else, but like.
Maybe like at a wedding, if you're just kind of mingling,
Yeah.
and dinner-wise, you eat together. And
Yeah,
But if you're so
dinner
far
party.
apart that nobody knows you're together,
That's kind of,
that's a problem.
No, it is not a problem at all. I'm sorry, like, what I need you guys to see is, like, they're not saying that no one ever knows you're together. They're saying for one night, one instance, if y'all go out on a dinner date, for lack of a better term, with a group of people, is it really necessary that y'all sit together all locked in arms? Everybody knows you're
I might want to buy
together.
your food.
You started something, you will not finish today. Ew.
Okay, Joey Tribbiani.
But no, there's like, you need some space every now and then. Like, if all I ever see is the two of you together, then you're not two people anymore. You're one person, your brains are in there. And it's cute for a while, but then it's just like,
Well, that's what, I think there's a happy medium. Like, they should know you're together, but they don't have to see it 24/7. But like,
that's
you're
all
at a
I'm
party
suggesting. Like,
and-
if you're at a dinner, then maybe one time you don't have to sit together. If you're at a party, you come in together, you separate for a little while. When you get back together, you dance a couple times, you go back, you talk to your friends, and y'all leave together.
exactly. I was just saying, if you're so far apart and you never once connect, so that nobody at the party would even guess that you were together,
I
then
mean,
that's
you
the
can form
problem.
Christmases if you need to.
As long as you leave with me at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You say that, but
You even gotta
how,
leave
the
me.
biggest
as a
thing for
woman,
me.
as a girl or a lady, if we're in a room and I'm obviously, you know, a social butterfly, I can work a room 10 times over before you get up and do whatever. There's not one time that comes to your mind and says, golly, he hasn't even recognized I'm still here with him. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So you can say, well, yeah, go out and have a good time. But then if I don't even acknowledge that you're there.
As long as I'm allowed to have a good time too.
See,
That's my
Right.
biggest thing.
you're setting yourself up for failure.
That would
here.
not work for me.
Just
I'm gonna need
saying.
you to all of a sudden come out of nowhere and give me a kiss and then walk away.
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
That'd be
That's
nice.
what I'm saying.
But to an extent, though, I
Something mad.
agree with you, because like if me and like four other of my friends, they all got significant others, we go to the Roadhouse, and yeah, we don't have to sit with each other because they know we're obviously dating. But you know, if we're going to a business dinner party or Christmas party or something, and if it's my, you know, occupation that we're going to this party, then yeah, I would expect her to sit with me because she may not know anybody else. But then, you know, like if there's dancing or, you know, social gathering, maybe like, hey, go mingle with some people. I'm going to mingle with my people. And we go there.
And then sometimes, like, even when, cause like, when we all go out to dinner, if it's like a table, you can sometimes sit across from that person. You don't
Yeah.
have to really always sit right beside them. Sitting across, that doesn't look
I
great.
might want to sit by Sunshine Beat.
Yeah.
All right.
But sitting next to each other in a booth probably drives me insane. So I see couples that sit next to each other in a booth.
When there's no one else
We do.
at
Yeah.
the table.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
No,
What they doing?
I can't stand that. Like,
Other-
if there's nobody at the table, you could really sit across from me. I like my space.
Yeah.
I'd rather stare at you than have you right.
Yeah, because if you're side by side, you don't see each other anyway. Like that's just
Maybe
awkward.
that's the idea.
I know.
I really feel like it is.
Maybe they're on to something that we missed.
But I wanna hold your hand.
No.
But
I'm trying to eat.
I will smack you.
Right.
at the same time, I'm left-handed, so if I'm not sitting inside the booth, most of the time they're right-handed, so we're gonna be bumping elbows while I'm
Oh,
That's,
that's,
that's exactly what we go through too.
Mhm.
All right, well, we're gonna take, oh, no, we got one more. Reassure your partner is the last tip. Basically just let them know that it's for growth of both individuals and as a couple. Don't just like, I need space and I need you to get away from me. That's just gonna end your relationship. It's-
Oh my god.
But we're gonna, what else does that?
He said couples are clingy. Them doing things independently can sometimes not be seen as individual growth.
All right, F. Dot said couples are clingy. Then them doing things independently can sometimes not be seen as individual growth. That's true. It just, every relationship is different. It just depends on who's in the relationship. But you should know what you get yourself into. Speaking of that, we're gonna go into a song and we're gonna play "Breaking Point" by Carrie Hilton. This is Love Below.